Have you ever seen a yellow smiley face and felt pure dread? In the last 24 months, the city of Dayton, Ohio has become the hunting ground of someone or something that leaves that exact symbol at every crime scene. 7 people are dead. 7 ordinary lives erased in broad daylight. And right now, in November 2025, the police still have 0 suspects, 0 motives, and 0 answers. This is not a movie. This is happening while you're watching this video. November 14th, 2023, West Dayton, Ohio, 2:17 p.m. on a random Tuesday. 28-year-old Marcus Williams steps out of the Family Dollar on Germantown Street, carrying diapers and a blue Gatorade. Seconds earlier, he was laughing with the cashier. He never makes it to his car. 9 gunshots in under 4 seconds. Marcus collapses on the sidewalk, still holding the diapers for his newborn daughter. When officers arrive, they find something that stops every single one of them cold. 20 feet away, stuck to a rusted dumpster, is a bright yellow smiley face sticker, the kind kids put on notebooks. No fingerprints, no DNA, just that empty, grinning face staring back. At first, detectives thought it was a one-time thing. Maybe a gang tag, maybe a cruel joke. They were wrong. That sticker was only the beginning. By the end of 2024, 5 more people would be dead. By summer 2025, a 7th body would fall. Every single crime scene marked with the exact same yellow smile. The national news ignored it. Local stations barely whispered about it. But the people of Dayton know. Mothers won't let their kids walk to the store alone. Uber drivers cancel rides after dark in West Dayton. And every time someone spots a fresh yellow smiley face on a wall, a bridge, or an abandoned house, the whole city freezes. Because they know what it means. Yes, if someone is still out there, someone who kills for no obvious reason, someone who wants everyone to know they're untouchable. Welcome to the Secret Chronicles. If you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on the bell right now. This case is moving fast, and the second anything new breaks, you'll hear it here first. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through every murder, every clue, and the one detail the police still won't talk about publicly. Stay until the very end, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to do if you live in Ohio and you see a yellow smiley face where it shouldn't be. Let's begin. The first thing you need to understand about Dayton's secret killer is simple. They don't hide in the dark. They strike in the middle of the day, in front of witnesses, on streets covered by cameras, and they disappear like they were never there. After Marcus Williams died on that sidewalk, detectives pulled every camera in a 5-block radius. You've probably seen the blurry clips that went viral on TikTok, the ones that make your skin crawl. A figure in a black hoodie walks straight up to Marcus, raises a gun, fires 9 times, then turns and strolls away like he's taking a Sunday walk. No face visible, no hurry, no fear. 20 feet from Marcus's body, that yellow sticker. That was victim number 1. It would not be the last. 3 months after Marcus Williams was gunned down, the city of Dayton thought the nightmare was over. They were about to learn it had only just started. February 22, 2024, a cold Thursday night in West Dayton. 19-year-old Kayla Reynolds is walking home from her shift at Dollar General on West 3rd Street. She's on the phone with her mom, talking about picking up her little brother from basketball practice the next day. The call ends at 9:42 p.m. with Kayla laughing and saying, "I'm literally 2 blocks away, Mom. Chill." She never makes it through her front door. The next morning, a sanitation worker finds her body in the alley behind the store where she worked. Kayla had been stabbed 47 times. 47. Her coat is shredded. Her phone is smashed beside her. And carved into the brick wall above her body, still dripping red from what police believe was her own blood, is a perfect yellow smiley face the size of a dinner plate. This time, the sticker wasn't enough. Their killer wanted the city to see it in blood. Detectives noticed something immediately that made their stomachs drop. The alley is less than 3 miles from where Marcus Williams died. Both attacks happened within daylight to dusk hours. Both victims were alone, minding their own business. No drugs, no gang ties, no enemies anyone could name. The lead detective on the case, Sergeant Angela Moore, told the local paper exactly one sentence before the department shut her down. "We are not ruling out the possibility these cases are connected." That quote ran on February 29, 2024. By March 5th, every copy of that newspaper had been pulled from stands. The police chief held a press conference and said the smiley faces were coincidence and not helpful to the investigation. The people of Dayton didn't buy it for a second, because 2 weeks later, on March 19, 2024, victim number 3 dropped. 34-year-old Deshaun Carter is sitting in his 2011 Silver Impala outside a carryout on Salem Avenue, waiting to pick up food for his grandmother. Security camera shows a figure in the exact same black hoodie walk up to the driver's side window, reach inside, and slash Deshaun's throat so fast the camera barely catches it. The killer then calmly walks around to the passenger side, opens the door, and uses his finger to draw a smiley face on the inside of the windshield in Deshaun's blood. The medical examiner later said Deshaun was alive for almost 2 full minutes after the cut, staring up at that smile while he drowned in his own blood. 3 murders. 3 smiley faces. All within a 4-mile radius in West Dayton. All random victims. All in public. All caught on camera. And still no face, no name, no trace. By now, mothers were driving their teenagers to school even if they lived 2 houses down. Corner stores started closing at 8 p.m. And every night, residents would send photos to neighborhood Facebook groups. Fresh yellow smileys appearing on stop signs, abandoned cars, church doors, playground slides. The city was being marked. The police knew they had a problem. In April 2024, they quietly formed what they called Task Force Yellow. No public announcement, no press release, just a handful of detectives working 18-hour days trying to stop what everyone in that room already believed. Dayton had a serial killer, and he was just getting warmed up. April 27th, 2024, a Saturday night that should have been ordinary. 31-year-old LaToya Johnson and her boyfriend, 29-year-old Ramon Tate, are hanging out in an abandoned house on West 3rd Street, the same street where Kayla Reynolds died 2 months earlier. Neighbors say the couple sometimes went there to smoke and listen to music away from their kids. At 11:08 p.m., multiple 911 calls report gunshots. When police arrive, they find something that turns even veteran officers pale. LaToya and Ramon are sitting side by side on a filthy mattress in the basement. Both have been shot once in the back of the head, execution style. Their hands are zip-tied behind their backs. Their phones are stacked neatly on a crate in front of them, still playing slow R&B at full volume. And on the concrete wall directly in front of their bodies, someone has used bright yellow spray paint to draw a smiley face so big it stretches from floor to ceiling. Underneath the smile, in the same dripping yellow paint, are the words 5. That was the first time the killer ever left a number. Detectives realized instantly this person is counting Marcus, Kayla, Deshaun, LaToya, Ramon. 5 victims. 5 smiley faces. 5 lives taken in just 5 months. The next morning, the lead investigator pinned every crime scene photo on a giant corkboard at headquarters. Then he took a red marker and drew a circle around all 5 locations. The circle was perfect. Every murder happened inside a 4-mile radius centered on West Dayton. The abandoned house where LaToya and Ramon died sits almost exactly in the middle. That map leaked online 2 days later. Someone inside the department sent it to a private Facebook group called West Dayton Watch. Within hours, it was everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Reddit. The caption that went viral read, "He's not just killing, he's playing a game, and we're all inside the circle." Panic exploded. Churches canceled night services. Bars closed at 9 p.m. Parents started meeting their kids at the bus stop with baseball bats in their cars. Yellow spray paint sold out at every hardware store within 50 miles. People were buying it just to paint over any Smiley they saw. The mayor finally held a press conference on May 3, 2024. They said the city was aware of public concern and that the police were following all leads. He refused to say the words serial killer on camera. Behind the scenes, it was chaos. Task Force Yellow grew from 8 detectives to 24 in a single week. They started pulling every camera feed in the entire circle. They interviewed over 300 people. They tested every yellow spray can and sticker they could find. Nothing. Zero DNA, zero fingerprints, zero matches in any database. Then June 2024 came and the killer proved he could wait. No bodies for 6 straight weeks. Just silence. People started to relax. Some said maybe he moved on. Maybe he got scared. Maybe he was in jail for something else. They were wrong again, because when the killer came back, he didn't want 5 anymore. He wanted 6. And this time he went after someone the whole city knew. August 12th, 2024. A warm Monday evening that felt almost normal again. 45-year-old Erica Thompson is walking home from her night shift at Miami Valley Hospital. Erica is a respiratory nurse, the kind everyone on her floor calls when a patient is crashing. She has worked 12 hours straight, saved 2 lives that night, and texts her husband at 10:58 p.m. Leaving now, see you in 15. Love you. She takes her usual route, cutting through a small park on Gettysburg Avenue to shave 5 minutes off the walk. The park is lit. There are houses on every side. It is the same path she has taken for 8 years. At 11:07 p.m., a neighbor's Ring camera picks up muffled screaming, 2 quick pops that most people mistake for fireworks, then silence. Erica's body is found at 5:40 the next morning by a jogger. She is lying face up on the walking path, still wearing her blue hospital scrubs. A single gunshot to the center of her forehead. Her work badge is pinned neatly to her chest. In her right hand, the killer has placed a yellow smiley face sticker, pressing it onto her palm so hard the adhesive left a perfect circle of raw skin. And carved into the wooden bench directly above her head, fresh enough that sap is still bleeding from the cuts, is the number 6 with a huge smiley face next to it. Erica Thompson was not random to the people of Dayton. Her face had been on the news 2 years earlier when she stayed on a ventilator with a COVID patient for 18 hours straight, refusing to leave until the woman breathed on her own. The whole city knew her as the nurse who saved strangers. Now the whole city watched her funeral on live television. Thousands of people lined the streets wearing blue scrubs in her honor. And every single one of them asked the same question. If he can kill Erica Thompson in a lit park surrounded by houses, who is safe? That murder broke something in Dayton. Attendance at community meetings tripled overnight. Mothers started a nightly patrol with flashlights and air horns. Someone created an app called Safe Walk Dayton that went to #1 in the Apple Store in Ohio for 3 straight weeks. The police could no longer hide. On August 20th, 2024, the chief finally said the words on camera. "We are treating these deaths as the work of one offender." Translation: serial killer. 2 days later, every yellow smiley face sticker disappeared from Walmart, Home Depot, and Amazon across the entire state. People were ripping them off products in the aisles and throwing them away. And still the killer watched, because 6 was not the final number. He had one more message to send before 2024 ended, and when he sent it, the FBI finally walked through the door. December 31st, 2024, New Year's Eve. Most of Dayton is at home or at small house parties. Fireworks are already popping across the city. At 11:47 p.m., a 911 dispatcher picks up a call that consists of nothing but breathing and distant music for 37 seconds before the line goes dead. Officers are sent to an address on Hoover Avenue an empty rental house that's been vacant since the summer. What they find inside is the worst crime scene any of them have ever seen. 22-year-old Jamal Brooks is chained to a support pole in the basement. He has been shot 4 times, non-fatally, in the legs and stomach. Then, his throat was cut so deeply he was nearly decapitated. His blood covers every wall. But the killer didn't stop there. Using Jamal's blood in a mop, the killer painted an enormous smiley face across the entire basement floor, 10 feet wide. In the center of the smile, written in foot-tall letters, is the number 7. On the far wall in the same blood is a single sentence: Happy New Year, Dayton. See you in 2025. Jamal Brooks was a college student home on winter break. He had no criminal record, no enemies, no reason to be in that house. His phone is found upstairs, still recording video. The last 30 seconds of footage show a black-gloved hand placing the phone on a shelf. Then the screen goes dark. No face, no voice, just the gloved hand and the sound of Jamal begging in the background. That video leaked online 4 hours later. By sunrise on January 1st, 2025, it had been viewed more than 8 million times. The city lost its mind. The governor declared a state of emergency in Montgomery County. Schools stayed closed for an extra week after winter break. The National Guard was put on standby. On January 3rd, 2025, the FBI officially took over the investigation. Agents from the Behavioral Analysis Unit in Quantico flew in the same day. They set up a command center inside Dayton Police Headquarters and sealed every file. For the first time in 14 months, the killings stopped. No new bodies, no new Smileys, just silence. But silence doesn't mean the story is over. In the 10 months between January and November 2025, the FBI has interviewed more than 2,000 people. They've run every piece of DNA through every database in the country. They've traced every can of yellow spray paint sold in a 100-mile radius, and still nothing. The task force has a name for the killer now. They call him the Smiler. They believe he is a local, probably male, between 25 and 45. They believe he plans each murder weeks in advance. They believe he gets off on the fear more than the killing itself. And most terrifying of all, they believe he is waiting for the perfect moment to start again. Because 7 was never the final number. It was just the end of round 1, November 23, 2025. Today, 10 months have passed since Jamal Brooks bled out in that basement. 10 months of silence? The FBI still has no suspect. The reward is now $500,000. And somewhere in Dayton, the Smiler is still walking free. But there is one detail the task force has never let the public see. A detail that leaked from a single source inside the investigation and has been whispered about in private Facebook groups ever since. Every single smiley face, whether sticker, spray paint, blood, or carved, has the exact same tiny imperfection. The left eye is not a perfect circle. It has a microscopic notch, a little cut at the 10 o'clock position, like a tear getting ready to fall. Every single one. That notch is not random. When the FBI enhanced the images and overlaid them, the notches line up to within 1/10 of a millimeter. That means every smiley was made with the exact same tool, stencil, or template. And that tool has never been found. There are only 3 realistic theories left. A lone psychopath who has been planning this for years, building his own custom stencil just to terrorize one city. A small crew, maybe 2 or 3 people, who all use the same template and take turns killing. Worst of all, a copycat who studied the first murder so perfectly that he recreated the notch on purpose, meaning the original Smiler may have already been caught for something else, and someone new has taken his place. The FBI refuses to comment on any of it. So here's the truth as of right now. The Smiler is still out there. He is watching how the city reacts. He is probably watching videos exactly like this one, and he is waiting for the perfect moment to paint number 8. If you live in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, or anywhere within a 3-hour drive of Dayton, listen very carefully. If you see a yellow smiley face that has a tiny notch in the left eye, do not touch it. Do not take a picture up close. Back away, call 911, and then send the exact location to the FBI tip line, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Do it anonymously if you want. Just do it. Because the second that 8th smiley appears, the countdown starts again. This is not fear-mongering. This is the reality 7 families are already living. Marcus, Kayla, Deshaun, Latoya, Ramon, Erica, Jamal. They were sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, heroes, students. They were us. Their killer is counting on the world to forget. Don't let him. Hit that like button if you stand with the people of Dayton. Share this video with every single person you know in the Midwest, because the more eyes watching, the harder it is for him to hide. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because the moment anything breaks, any new smiley, any arrest, any leak, you will hear it here first. I will not sleep on this story. Until the smiler is in cuffs or in the ground, the Secret Chronicles will never stop covering Dayton. Look twice at every yellow smile you see from now on, because one of them might be looking back. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. And never forget the 7.